Hey everybody, it's Steve, and today we're starting a new series where I'm going to show you how you can build a collection of virtually anything you want with no money out of your own pocket. So let's take a look. Now, as you can see behind me here, I have lots of physical media. I love collecting physical media, whether it's movies or video games, it doesn't matter. I love collecting physical media. The problem is collecting it can get expensive. So what I'm going to do in this series is I'm going to show you how I'm going to build a collection of horror movies that I really want to get and not spend a dime of my own money. So let's get started. This is the 88 Films Slasher Collection. For those of you who don't know, the 88 Film Slasher Collection is a series of great and some not so great slasher films, many from the 70s and 80s. These movies have been lovingly restored and come with some fantastic bonus features. Now, given the obscure nature of some of these titles and the relatively small number of them, I thought this would be a perfect collection to start with. So this is where I'm starting. This is the very first movie in the slasher collection from 88 Films. It's called Graduation Day. This is the only one of the series that I own, but it's not going to be that way for long. Let's hop over to the computer and I'll show you exactly how I'm going to start growing this collection. So let's talk about reselling. Reselling is a very simple idea. You go to places like thrift stores or pawn shops or yard sales, and you find things that are super cheap and you sell them for a higher price, whether it's $5 more, $10 more, $20 more. That's going to be up to you, and it's going to be up to what the market will bear for that particular item. Now, when I'm looking to resell things, I basically have three criteria that I use. Number one, is it pop culture? Is it something that is people will relate to? You know, not mason jars or Longaberger baskets, but things that are in pop culture today. Number two, is it something I've already seen before? Now, if you're new to reselling, you probably will not have any experience with that, so you can't really use that one. But if I've seen something at a yard sale over and over and over again, Christmas decorations, Halloween decorations, mason jars, I don't pay any attention to those because there's a reason you see them all the time. Then the third one is it something that I'm interested in personally? And this is the one that really gets me, because if I find it interesting, there's probably someone else out there who finds it interesting as well. So once I can nail one of those three criteria, I pay attention to it. So you're probably sitting there going, yeah, but you have to buy those things in order to sell them. Well, yes and no. You are going to have to buy them at some point, but the trick is to do it not using your own money. You can find things for free. Go into your attic, go into your closet, go into your basement, find things that you used to love that you don't anymore, that someone else might love. There are tons of ways to do this for free. Now, in my case, what I did was my wife and I went to a baseball game recently, a local minor league team, and they were giving away bobbleheads. Bobbleheads being pop culture, and baseball, something I'm already interested in. So they gave out these bobbleheads to the first people that showed up. Now, I did not go there with the intentions of getting this given to me to resell it. But while I was there, I told my wife, I said, how much do you want to bet someone has already got this listed on sale on eBay? Sure enough, 10 minutes after getting seated, we got through the gate at 6 o'clock. At 6:10, I pulled up eBay. It was already listed on eBay by somebody else. So I struck up a conversation with him and I said, hey, couldn't you at least wait till the game started? And I was joking, but he replied with, dude, I've already sold one. And he had it listed for $40. So a little later in the game, I took these out to the car, and on the way to the car, I took pictures of one and basically listed it on eBay during the game. And by the time we got home that night, this little beauty had already sold for $40. Didn't spend a dime of my own money and made $40. Now, granted, I did not make $40. I'll put up here in the corner how much I made and then how much the eBay fees were and how much the shipping was, showing you the net profit. So now, obviously, I can't take all of that profit and go buy movies because then I'm right back to where I'm at. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of that profit, reinvest it in more things to buy for future episodes of this series, and I'm going to take some of the profit and go buy the next movie. Now, the next movie is a movie called Mother's Day, which is number 2 in the series. So let's hop over to eBay and see if we can find a copy of Mother's Day for sale that we can actually buy. Let's take a look. Okay, so before we hop over to eBay, let me show you how I found out what the next movie I was looking for was. So if I go to Google and I just search for 88 films, I'm going to see the 88 Films store as the very first link. So I'll click on that. Then I'll go to Blu-ray, Slasher Classics, and you'll see that this is a list of the 50 movies that are in that collection. Now, some of the movies are missing, like number 27 is missing. So I'll have to go to another website to figure out what number 27 is. But this gives you an overall view of what is available in the collection and what movies I'm going to be getting. Some of these movies, Alice, Sweet Alice, Popcorn, Student Bodies, some of these you can still get from the website, which I will do when we get to those numbers. But until then, I'm going to try and keep buying them in order, which means for the number 2, which is Mother's Day, I'm going to have to head off to eBay. So let's do that real quick. We'll head off to eBay, and I'm going to search for Mother's Day 88 films. I'm going to sort it by the cheapest price, and you'll see the cheapest one available right now with the red label is $34.99 plus $4.13 shipping. So that's going to be about $40, which is more than the $29 I've got available. So yeah, all that money is going to go to buying more things, and I don't have enough this week to buy the movie. So we're just going to take that money and use it to buy more stuff to make the pile of money bigger. So unfortunately, that's where the episode's going to have to end today, because we just don't have the money to buy the next movie in the series, but that's okay. We've got $29 to work with. Future episodes of this series, we're going to take that money, we're going to go out thrifting, we're going to go out to pawn shops and flea markets and yard sales and thrift stores, and we're going to find more things to flip. And we're going to take that $29 and reinvest it and turn it into $49 and then $69 and then $89. So you'll see that over time, this pool of money we've got will be big enough to buy the next movie and then buy the next movie and so on and so forth. So this strategy can be used for any kind of collection, whether you're into horror movies or Funko Pops, comic books, it really doesn't matter. So many times people complain about the price of things being so expensive, but you know, you can't get a 67 Mustang convertible for the same price today that you could back in 1967. It's out of print, or it's no longer manufactured. So it's going to have a premium because lots of people want it. So you have to get used to the fact that things that are no longer available are going to cost more money. And this is a strategy that you can use to afford those things. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you're going to subscribe and stay in touch with me for the series. Like the video, leave a comment below. Let me know what you are going to be interested in collecting. If you're going to follow along with me, I would love to hear your stories of successes that you have and finds that you make. So that's where we're going to end this one. Thanks a lot, guys. Hope you come back for next week's episode, and we'll talk to you then. Take care. Bye-bye.